I had a memory the other day.
Yes.
Of the first comedy sketch I ever thought of. I didn't think of it as a sketch at the time. I thought of it as more of a comic strip. I was probably about 8 or 9 years old, and I imagined a fancy bedroom, and there's a dog in there. There's a knock at the door, and the dog says, "Don't come in, I'm not dressed yet." And he goes behind a fancy screen, and he comes back out wearing a collar. And then he says, "Come in."
That's not a bad bit.
I thought of that, and I thought, wow, I thought of that. It's the beginning of my life as a comedy writer.
I thought of the line, even if you're one in a million, there's 1,000 people just like you in China. And I was so proud of that line. And then years later, I found out that I had actually heard someone say it on SNL back in the 80s. And it just kind of got logged away in my mind. Hey, Whitney Brown.
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
So I stole that from him. Try to stop me. He's in lockdown too, I bet.
I'm here in the basement. You're in your undisclosed location. It's time to unbox.
And unbox we shall.
Unboxing is a satellite show of Welcome to the Basement. We thank our donors, people who go to welcometothebasementshow.com and contribute, and we also open our mail.
People have contributed to this thing.
Donors including Kendall, Mark, Jenny, Robert, John, Gray, Tabitha, Christopher, Jonathan, Corey, Tito, Danielle, Paul, Jorge, Stephen, Sarah, Maurizio, Vincent, Bridget, Eden, Jared, Austin, Reiner, Luke, Neil, Grace, Scott, Samuel, Brandon, William, the Factory Boys, Wilson, Malcolm, Benjamin, Kevin, Ferris, Michael, Dan, Alexander, David, Christine, Mara, and Stephanie. And Brendan, who says, "Sorry for double packaging your gift last week." Well, think nothing of it, Brendan. I was having trouble finding the right size at the USPS. Hope you find something interesting in the books. Those were interesting books, and we're looking forward to checking them out.
Matt uses all of the packaging for insulation. So, double package away.
Lies. Lies, he tells. We've got postcards here. There's a little Monty Python postcard. Feliz Año Nuevo. This is from SJ. Which comedy troupe has the best record when it comes to filmmaking?
You answered the question with your card. Laurel and Hardy.
Is a duo a troupe?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Are there any troupes you wish would have made a movie? Probably the Sid Caesar Show of Shows crew.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Okay, well, thanks, SJ. This is from Sean and Sarah. Greetings from my favorite Vancouver hotel overlooking English Bay. Hey, there's a kitty cat. I hate to tell you, but the daffodils are already in bloom in Vancouver. This was as of about a month ago.
Got it, buddy.
And this is from Kathleen, who says, "Dear Matt and Craig, during my high school years in Ketchikan, Alaska, my mom thought it'd be real fun to watch the rom-com The Proposal. This movie was greatly upsetting, not because of its vapid plot, but because the setting wasn't where the movie was filmed. It turns out that New England and Southeast Alaska are very different." We've had this question before.
Did we?
Is there a movie where the story location and filming location are so drastically different that you had to stop watching?
Did I answer Away We Go?
Yeah, we did answer that, yeah.
Away We Go, that's the answer.
I wish I would have stopped watching Away We Go, because it stinks. We've got an envelope here from Cleveland, Ohio. Hi, Matt and Craig. Well, guess what? Bambi wanted to send you a random gift, and now that has happened. Good job. Oh, it's a little piggy. You have achieved age ham. To unlock your new friend's good luck powers, give it a name, go to agehams.com and hit register my ham.
All right.
This seems Japanese in some way.
Yes.
This is a mystery that I'm looking forward to solving. We have a package here from Aaron in Hell's Kitchen, and on the back we see folk singer Robert Zombie. Robert Zombie with his guitar. Okay, we've got an envelope for Matt, envelope for Craig. Unfortunately, I'll have to open Craig's for him and save the contents to give to him at a later date. Life kind of got in the way a bit on my try to see 100 movies in 2019 project. I topped out at 89 total. His 5 favorites: Bride of Frankenstein, The Favorite, Free Solo, Sexy Beast, and Leave No Trace.
I've seen 4 out of those 5. I still need to see Leave No Trace, but it sounds like you had a pretty good year.
I have a letter, too. Matt, thought you'd like to throw around 3 of Have They or Haven't They appeared on Welcome to the Basement. Joan Fontaine, I believe that's a yes.
What was she in?
Pretty sure she was in something.
All right.
Ginger Rogers, definitely.
Yes.
Jane Wyman, nope.
Nope.
Loretta Young, don't think so.
No.
George Gabby Hayes.
No.
Peggy Cummins, I don't think so.
Don't know her.
Oh, Ida Lupino. Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and she directed a movie too.
Ingrid Bergman. Sadly, no.
Not yet. Oh, Ingrid Bergman.
This is the part of the show where we answer viewer questions. James Morris writes, "Hey, Matt and Craig, do you guys have an opinion of the Beatles' White Album? I think it's great. The thing about the Beatles is that they were pretty good. Of all of their recorded output, there's really not a stinker in the bunch. White Album is no exception. And I'm not of the opinion that it should have been trimmed down to make a single album. I think the corners that it wanders into along the way is what makes it most intriguing. Besides, what tracks do you cut? What tracks indeed? I believe many Beatles fans have engaged in this thought experiment, and I've come up with a two-sided White Album. If you'll look at your screen there's side 1, and there's side 2.
Did you get rid of all Revolutions?
I got rid of both Revolutions, yes.
Huh.
Unfortunately, on this slimming down of the White Album, all of the weird songs kind of had to go. No more Piggies. No more Rocky Raccoon, no more Bungalow Bill. That's unfortunate. This is what I come up with. What do you think?
I would have kept Revolution, but that's me.
Well, I cut that because it was already released. It's just a slower version of it.
But I like the slower version.
Okay.
I'm glad you kept Why Don't You Do It to the Road, because that's a weird one, but I like it anyway.
Also on this version, Paul and John both have an even number of songs. They both have 7. George has his customary 2. He closes out side 1 and he opens up side 2. I think that's pretty cool for George. And Ringo has one. I couldn't cut Ringo's one song that he wrote with the Beatles. You just can't do that to poor Ringo. Now, is this a more solid album? Maybe, but I still prefer the 4-sided one.
Sarah Jones asks, if you were making a movie about yourselves, who would you cast to play yourself and your immediate family? I would cast as myself Christian Bale. I think I'm a bit more lighthearted than most characters that he plays, so I'd like to give him that challenge. For my wife, although she doesn't look like her, I would say Reese Witherspoon, because I know my wife really likes Reese Witherspoon.
I have to think of an actor that would be the perfect choice for me. I guess I'd probably go with Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Cast Channing Tatum as me. And for Tona, I think I would cast Channing Tatum in drag.
Drew Barrymore.
Tona wants Drew Barrymore. She's got it.
Oh,
Or
God.
just let me play myself across from Channing Tatum. I'd be okay with that.
I've been to paradise.
And all I got was a lousy t-shirt.
But I've never been to me.
You know, me is actually an abbreviation in the song. It's supposed to be I've never been to Maine.
We will go our way.
Ooh, a Village People deep cut.
I spy with my little eye something beginning with R.
Radium?
I'll open my eyes.
It's daytime.
Let me show you a trick. You drink the gin.
And then you keep drinking gin.
He's back. Oh,
I don't like you anyway. You got little ding-a-ling.
Little Ding-a-Ling, Chuck Berry's only #1 hit.
This is from James Beatty. Since Bruce Wayne and his basement have made an appearance on the show, I figured this would be appropriate. Love the show. You guys are hilarious and come across as knowledgeable without being snobby. Well, really. We'll see about that, James. It is a Batman sign. Welcome to the Bat Cave. Justice served daily.
Wow, cool. Welcome to the Batcave. I have a package here. It's from Michael. It's a board game.
Ooh.
And thanks for years of movie watching, board games, and laughs. Hopefully Craig can find out if this game from his childhood still holds up. It's Star Wars Escape from the Death Star board game. I'm pretty sure we had this in my house when I was growing up. It looks very familiar, and this is exciting. They reprinted it, and it's distressed, like it's an old board game. Like it's printed like that.
I'm going to just flout the CDC. I'll be over to your house in like 10 minutes, okay? Let's wrap this up.
Records, I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to listen to any records. I've been too busy trying to reinvent this show. So, records will return next time. Craig has the rest of our donors to read.
Marie, Mario, Jennifer, Eric, Ashton, Ann, Zach, Tiffany, James, Nathan, Maura, Andrea, Philip, Melanie, Grant, Abigail, Cole, Emily, Mitchell, Adam, Ralph, Mike, Kempson, Shannon, Gail, Alfred, Bernard, Andrew, JP, Shelby, Justine, and RPC Services.
This is from Japan. I can't read who it's from. Their handwriting is very florid. Oh, got a little cash donation there.
Hey there, Mr. Lincoln. Thank you.
Dear Matt and Craig, greetings from Japan. We are from Texas, but living here because of my husband's job. Thanks to your truly delightful show, my family and I now look like crazy Gojuju or Furizuguru on a daily basis with our Megaforce thumb kissing antics. Here's to another great season of Welcome to the Basement. This is fancy-ass handwriting, and it's a bit difficult to read. Amanda. I think it's Amanda. P.S. Hercules in New York seen it. No, I haven't seen it. This is a Sakura pop-up card. Oh, of a beautiful Japanese garden. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Japanese cards, they just know how to do them there.
3D postcard. I don't know.
Always the hardest to catch.
That's coming through to you.
Not at all.
Okay. That also didn't come through to you. Oh boy. This is going to be coming to your house eventually. It looks like it is a Totoro puzzle.
How many pieces?
Japanese number of pieces.
Okay.
One way you can amuse yourself and stay sane during this quarantine is to check out our back catalog. We have many episodes, over 180, and perhaps there are some that you've missed or that you would like to watch again. Craig is going to recommend one of those right now.
I'm going to recommend, I believe it's from season 4, Car Wash. Classic movie from the 1970s about a bunch of guys working at the car wash. It's a very interesting movie, and it has some profound moments in the midst of these goofuses' goofy lives.
Disco dance.
If you can hear any children in the background, those are my upstairs neighbors. I'm doing this in the foyer of my house.
There's a button at the end of this video you can click on to watch our car wash episode. There's other buttons too, and right now you can watch this.
I can finally get into that old one piece of yours, you know, the one with the sunflowers.
You still got that? What the hell do you do with it?
Oh, the Poseidon Adventure routine, you know, Shelley Winters.
Shelley Winters, Alice Springs, Suzanne Summers.
Niagara Falls.